The twin girls stood at the edge of the military hospital corridor, clutching each other's hands so tightly their knuckles turned white. Their voices were small, almost swallowed by the echo of boots and distant alarms, but the words they spoke froze a passing officer mid-step. "Sir, my mom didn't come home." The four-star general looked down, ready to wave them toward the help desk, until he noticed their eyes. They weren't asking for directions. They were asking for someone to care. And when the girls pointed to the man mopping the floor nearby and whispered, "That's our dad," the general made a decision that would change all of their lives. Before the story unfolds, if you believe kindness still matters in this world, tap like, subscribe to the channel, and stay with us, because what you're about to hear will remind you why humanity still wins. The janitor's name was Daniel Reyes. He moved quietly, the way people do when they've learned the world doesn't stop for their pain. His uniform was a size too big, sleeves rolled up, shoes worn thin from double shifts. He had learned to clean around the rhythms of military life, sirens, footsteps, urgent voices, without ever being seen. The twins, Lily and Emma, were his anchors. Every morning before dawn, he packed their lunches with careful notes folded into napkins. Every night, he read the same story twice because they liked different parts. Their mother, Maria, had been a nurse at the hospital until the day she kissed them goodbye and didn't come back. No call, no note, just silence that stretched from hours into days. The general, General Marcus Hale, had seen battlefields, negotiated ceasefires, and signed orders that carried the weight of nations. But standing there, watching the twins cling to their father's leg while he tried to apologize for them interrupting, something cracked open in him. Daniel kept saying he was sorry, that the girls were just confused, that their mom worked nights and sometimes didn't check in. He said it like a prayer he hoped would become true. The general didn't correct him. He knelt to the girls' level and asked their names, asked when they last saw their mom, asked what she liked to call them. The girls answered in whispers, as if loud words might make the truth worse. General Hale followed Daniel that day, not in secret, but with patience. He watched how Daniel finished his shift, how he stopped to help a wounded veteran tie a shoe, how he listened when others talked but rarely spoke himself. He watched Daniel pick up the twins from the hospital daycare, thank the caregivers by name, and walk them home through streets that smelled of rain and diesel. The general didn't say who he was. He didn't need to. He just watched. That night, Daniel made dinner with what little he had. Rice stretched with vegetables, a single chicken breast divided into 3 careful portions. He laughed when the girls laughed, and when they asked about their mom, he didn't lie. He said he didn't know, but he promised he would keep looking. After the twins fell asleep, Daniel sat at the kitchen table with a stack of unpaid bills and a phone that hadn't rung. He pressed his palms together and bowed his head, not in defeat, but in exhaustion. What Daniel didn't know was that Maria had tried to do the right thing. She'd stayed late to help after a disaster drill went wrong, covering for a colleague, pushing through fatigue. She'd collapsed in a supply room, alone, her phone locked in a locker. By the time she was found, she was unconscious. Paperwork misfiled. Notifications delayed. In a place that ran on precision, a series of small human errors had created a void.